What's up everybody, Brett here, bringing you back in for another daily challenge on Slay the Spire. YouTube channel is Good Talk Gaming, and I hope you enjoy this. So today's character is the Defect, and let's take a look at our modifiers. A cursed run, so whenever you defeat a boss become cursed, your starting relic is replaced with Cursed Key, Darkstone, Parapt, and Duvu Doll. So we're going to be looking to build some cursed synergies. We have time dilation as our buff, so all enemies start with slow. So we're going to want to play our combo cards and then our attack cards last to maximize the slow debuff. And binary, so only 2 card reward choices. Not the worst negatives, this is actually more of a positive. I've seen this be very broken. Scores are pretty high, so are my spirits. Let's go ahead and embark. Why don't you ever give me anything? I would love to know the lore behind the demonic space whale and why he exists. I'm seeing lots of paths with elites. Check out this path here. 2. So we can get to 3 elites this way. Take an early shop. And I think that's going to be the path. I don't see anything better than that. That looks fine. Okay, so here we go. Assuming we just have a regular deck. Yes, we do. And not starting with a lightning orb kinda sucks, but these relics here, in case you've never seen them before. See, we should have played defend first to get the most out of our attacks. That's kind of what I'm talking about. For whatever reason, I didn't expect to have the extra energy, which is given to us by Cursed Key. So whenever we open a non-boss chest, we're going to obtain a curse. So that gives us increased energy, which is nice. Whenever you obtain a curse, we increase our max HP by 6. That's fine. And then for each curse in your deck, you start each combat with 1 strength. So we have no curses, but we will. And when that happens, see, and there we go. We applied slow, so whenever you play a card, they receive 10% more damage from attacks this turn. So if we were to play something like dual cast, that goes towards that as well. And then we can, and I don't think we're going to kill him this turn. Let's see. Yeah, 7 damage. This probably would have been like 8 damage. So he would still be alive. We would have taken 1 damage. Let's just play it safe. Keep our life total high. We don't have any means of healing as of yet. So here we can just zap, dual cast, and call it. Like Charge Battery. Let's take that. It's a nice defensive card. Head into this mystery room, and it's some combat. That's okay. We do want more cards. And we can defend here. Apply 2 stacks. And we need to defend again anyway. So let's go ahead and knock off the curl up from these guys. We'll be able to take him out next turn. Well, unless no, Spit Web only weakens us by 25%. So we should be able to take him out. Play Charge Battery. An excellent card for us. We're going to have 5 energy next turn, which is quite a bit. And zap. So you'll see I'm being very careful with my turn order. It's not super crucial in these early battles, but it will be later. Especially if we're comboing off. If we have a chance to get 6 or 7 stacks before we even need to use our attacks, then we're going to make sure we're doing that right. Don't want to miss out on all that damage. Excellent potion, Essence of Steel, giving us some plated armor. Let's take Rip and Tear. I think that's a decent attack card. And we'll try for another mystery room. See if we can actually get lucky here, get something good. Remove a card from our deck. And here we can just take out something like a basic We could take out a defend, perhaps? Or a basic strike. Let's take out a defend, and if we get a chance to take out another card next time, it will be a strike. Was hoping to get something with gold there, that way we could go into the next shop we have upcoming and go ahead and spend it. Perhaps get some kind of good relic. And we took out that guy to make sure that all the damage went to him. Those 2 strike effects are random, so we should be able to take him out pretty painlessly. There we go. Easy money. Okay, Streamline is something that I like. It would have given us a unique effect if we had this before at the last mystery room. Let's take Streamline. Go into this shop. I don't think there's any relic we can get for 144. This would have been nice to pick up Oddly Smooth Stone. Gremlin Horn is a super powerful relic. Oh man, that would have been sweet. Glacier is a card I like a lot. I could see taking this. Let's check the map, see if we have any more upcoming shops on this floor. So we don't have any shops on this floor if we do go to our chosen path. So let's go ahead and take Glacier. An excellent defensive card, it'll give us orbs. And let's head into this elite. And here we can attack, dual cast, or dual cast, strike rather, and wake him up. And I think that's fine. Let's get some damage on him. That's probably about as offensive of a turn as we can ever hope for with this deck. So here, this is why we took Glacier. This is kind of the perfect Glacier turn. So we're throwing up big block. These are going to each give us 2. So we're up to 18. We're going to completely block him. And we're going to deal 16 there. So that was a great turn. We don't want to lose HP if we can help it, because we are without any means of healing. Here we go, Glacier again. And you'll already see the effectiveness of that card. It's just much more powerful than a lot of the other options that we have. And if we evoke this, we won't take any damage. And now we can Streamline for 18, taking advantage of our slow. Also, next time we see that, it'll be a much cheaper. It'll only cost us 1 energy. We can charge battery, get that energy next turn. And then we want to zap, strike, rip and tear. Very good. We still have no strength, so we have to keep in mind. I'm taking things like Streamline, Rip and Tear over some of the other cards, because this strength buff will really come in handy soon. And we don't really have the means of taking him out. We do have decreased strength and dexterity, so our block is a little weaker. We're certainly going to cover it well, his attacks well this turn. Let's go ahead and defend, strike. We'll deal 3 damage, put up a ton of block, and we're going to be just fine. Pretty amazing showing here from our deck. And Tori, that's a great relic. It's one I haven't seen in a long time. Whenever you would receive 5 or less unblocked attack damage, reduce it to 1. So if we can get some other good relics to work with this, throw up a lot of block, and then, occasionally you'll take a few damage, and this will just reduce it for us. So let's take Turbo. We could go really heavy onto our energy. The turn we play this, we're basically going to have 6 energy. Yeah, let's take it and hope to be able to do something big with that. And we need to go down this path here. So let's go into this mystery room, see what we get. And we'll take a curse. Unfortunately, it is regret. Regret is a pretty awful curse. But if we could get some discard synergies, then curses become not a problem. So let's see what we get. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, gain an additional 1 energy next turn. So if we go very defensive on a particular turn, we'll start with more energy next turn. Now we have 1 more strength. We just gained 6 HP. So, you know, if we get that 1 regret in 1 battle, it'll probably do 2 to 3, damage to us on any given turn, and that's still negated by the benefit from the Darkstone pair-up. So, not a bad deal. And let's check out what we can smith. I like upgrading Glacier. It's only 3 extra blocks, so that's not so good. Streamline being 20 damage makes it much more worth. Rip and Tear is just an extra 4 damage. Charge battery. Getting a free zap, I do like that. Or a free dual cast, those are fine. Let's see, what is this? So 3 energy. I don't know if we'll even be able to make use of, a 7 energy turn. That's a bit excessive. I kind of like just upgrading our zap to make it free. Then we'll never be sad to see that card. It'll always just be free. It's kind of a weak upgrade. I wish we had a better card for that. So here we go. We're going to get another curse. 6 more HP, another strength, and Happy Flower. So even more energy. I'm loving these. These are both energy themed relics, and this is giving us the defense we'll need to sustain on these floors without any kind of repair. So every 3 turns we're going to gain an energy. And Turbo is one of those cards, if Void is such an effect that we just don't want to deal with it, we don't really have to. I mean, we have 4 energy. We don't particularly need to worry about that kind of an effect. So Slow ended up taking off the negate on all of these guys, or the artifact effect that does negate our status effects on enemies. Our only problem is we're not super offensively focused quite yet, but with our increased strength, we should be just fine. So let's see. While in hand, lose 1 HP whenever you play another card. Having Pain and Regret in our hand is pretty crappy. Let's Rip and Tear, see who we hit, and we do hit the Sentry. So let's hurt him. Take a little more damage. Unfortunately, all that damage does bypass our block. It would be nice if it didn't. And we could have prevented 9 damage there, but I'm not sure that'll be necessary. Let's charge the battery. Take out one of those guys. And since this one's already hurt, we would just go ahead and work him down. We have plenty of block. Yeah, I would love to get a card that allows us to discard and draw, perhaps. Or something like Gambling Chip, just so we can get rid of our curses. Or something that allows us to remove them from the game. I've been watching a lot of Magic recently, so in my mind it's exile the card, but I think it's exhaust. It's exhaust in Slay the Spire. So we'll defend, streamline. And I think honestly we'll take as many streamlines as we can get in this deck. The increased strength will be quite beneficial. There we go, we have tons of block now. And this guy is just plain old dead. Tiny Chest is okay to pick up early. I like Loop. It's only 1. Yeah, this is not quite the effect we're looking for. Loop is fine. It's either an offensive card or a defensive card, depending. And we have the option to upgrade something. So we'll upgrade Loop here. I think that's great. It's quite a powerful power, as I've said in previous recordings. It's quite the powerful power there. But if we can get that down early with Frost Orbs, then we have a lot of block, or if we can get it down early with, after we do something like Zap, that'll be quite nice. We'll target the slime. Really want to self-repair in this, or some sort of relic that allows us to heal, like Vial. Okay. So we have everything we need. Alright. Not bad. And we can cast Regret just to not take 1 damage, but I don't think that's quite worth it if we end up drawing that Void in 2 turns. Let's play Loop. Zap it up. And unfortunately we are webbed, so we can't hit him with the strike this turn. I think we just pass. So we are now vulnerable. He's going to be dealing a lot of damage. But I think we can take him out. And there we go. So we have a lot of very block themed potions. I like Sweeping Beam here. We do have so much energy, but what can we even do with it? Yeah. Once you get this 0 costed, it's pretty nice. We have so much energy, but we don't have any card draw. And we don't have like the big expensive powers that really benefit from all that energy. And we'll probably even, and this is what I'm thinking, as great as that effect is, we're going to beat this boss and we'll probably get another relic, a major relic that gives us energy. So I mean, we're going to be looking to start a lot of our matches, a lot of our fights. And here we go, another curse with more gold. Yeah, we'll take that. 6 more HP. Another bit of strength for us. But we're going to end up starting a lot of these fights with more energy than we know what to do with. And this is great. Getting Loop down early before he gets a chance to use his effects. And we're going to get rid of all of our cards and hit him for 26. Take 1 damage from Regret, no big deal. And if we think we're going to take too much damage next turn, we can always pop something like a Block Potion. I think we're going to do that. Let's pop the Block Potion. Just hit him twice. We'll take 2, but we didn't increase his rage, so he doesn't get any bonus strength off of us. See what we draw. We nearly got him. Perhaps if we had played both of these. Let's see, Zap should kill him on his turn. There we go. Okay, so we did have it. We had the win in hand. It's so easy to discount that 3 damage. So, question card. That's going to completely negate the binary debuff. And I was pretty happy to make room for another potion as well. Huh. Was it not working? Oh, it's actually useless. So this like overrides it. I would have thought this would be great. It just completely cancels it, as I read it. We're going to take a little more card draw here. I think that's fine. And I think this is enough HP to get away with beating this boss, especially with something like Essence of Steel and a Dexterity Potion. So let's go ahead and Smith. See if we can't make something better. Sweeping Beam is just 3 more damage. We still don't have any like really great targets. So I'm just going to increase the damage on Streamline. It's a pretty pretty high damage card for us with our increased strength. So I think here we just do something like defend, 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 and then rip and tear. And we'll take more rip and tears as well. Strength works really well with attack cards that deal multiple impacts of damage. So double regret, that's a little gross. So next turn he's going to hit us very hard unless we can put him down below 50% HP. And we should be able to do that with all of this strength. And there we go, we happily drew Streamline. And I think we play this just to stack up. We're going to take a damage from Pain, and we're going to add a Void to our deck. But we want to do that damage because we need to get him down. And there we go. He's going to split. And we're not going to take any of that huge hit. But these are going to be two relatively high HP Spike Slime. We could have popped our Steroid Potion there. Alright, let's strike. That's pretty good. So the curses plus the slimes plus the void. I mean, we have a lot of cards in our deck right now that we can't really play, which is rough. We're not taking any damage this turn. You can do something like defend, defend. Okay, and they both went on that guy, so he is going to split. So we're going to have two little 8 HP slimes. That shouldn't be a problem to deal with. Hopefully we draw some attack cards and not just a bunch of jank. And we did draw a bunch of jank. But we want to get all these cards out of our hand because we do not want... There we go. Lots of defense. We shouldn't take much damage. But we need to get the cards out of our hands so that we did not take more damage from regret. And reduced to 1. And we can charge battery here. Strike that guy. That's pretty good, and that's going to be it. So we need to cross our fingers for a good relic here and a good card as well. Electrodynamics is a super powerful card. So is Machine Learning. Oh man. Electrodynamics is what we're going to take. It just wins games. But man, really would have loved to get Machine Learning there, and maybe we still will. Velvet Choker is something I knew they were going to give me. So they give us all this energy, and then they're basically like, hey, but you can only play 6 cards per turn. So that's not going to work for me. I may end up taking the Astrolabe here. And let's see, we're going to change a strike. We're going to keep our curses. I honestly don't even know what would happen. Let's change Turbo. And we can honestly probably get rid of Dual Cast. Let's see what we get. Another Electrodynamics. That's awesome. And a Seek as well. And they are upgraded. So let's take a look at that. So we now have it. Yes. Seek is great, and then we got Hologram. Wow, okay. So we picked up 2 copies of like the most intense power for the defect. 2 Electrodynamics is pretty huge. See if we can do something with that. Even though we're we are relying on our strength to do damage, Electrodynamics is still going to be a great card for us. And once again, I'm looking for paths with multiple elites. And then when I find two, let's say this path and this path each have two possible elites, now I want to look for the ones that can give me shop options. Because we have 600 gold, and this path actually gives me 3 opportunities for a shop. So we can be a little bit choosy with how we want to spend our gold. And you gotta love this. That is so huge. We get Seek. We can get Electrodynamics and Loop. God, that's so powerful. And I think this should knock them... No, it doesn't knock them down. Loop might have been nice to play. So if we weren't going to play Loop, we should have grabbed Zap to hit them all again. And that would have done a good job of preventing us from taking damage here. Now I feel like I need to drink this potion and not take a ton of damage. Wasted potion. So I forgot to consider that the passive also zaps them. Man, that's worth knowing. But we're going to get a power potion anyway. We would have had to dump something, so not horrible. I don't want that put in a clip of my misplays for sure. Too late for genetic algorithm. This is a card I would like. If it was in my first couple battles and I had this option, I would take it. So we are getting 3 cards here now. So maybe this is working correctly. I like Beam Cell with our +4 strength, soon to be like 5, 6, 7 strength. It's just going to be a free attack. And I don't particularly like Force Field. For us, we could just play it with as much energy as we have. And sometimes it'll be free. Let's take Beam Cell. Applying vulnerability when you have a lot of strength is solid. Prismatic Shard is interesting. Bottle Flame is interesting. So is Meat on the Bone. So unfortunately these are not the cards that I was hoping to see. I am looking at Hello World. I think we're going to take that. And then I don't think we have, an attack that we really just need to start every battle with. Streamline would be nice, just because it allows us to get it used and then have it come back as soon as possible for less energy. And then Meat on the Bone is kind of just like a safety net, HP wise. And you know what, I think I'm going to take... Man, Master of Strategy is also quite powerful. I see this now. Just the ability to draw 3 cards for free. The thing is, we do have another shop right here. And I prioritize relics over cards most of the time. Barrage could also be very strong with all of this strength. This is a tough one. We don't need Meat on the Bone. We don't need Bottle Flame. And Master Strategy is great. But if we get into one of these upcoming 2 shops and we just don't have the gold to buy some like amazing Gremlin Horn tier relic, we're going to be kicking ourselves. But I think we will take, for once I'm going to prioritize, I think Master of Strategy is just such a powerful card. It's free, you know, for God's sakes. So let's see, I don't know what it is upgraded. So just draw 4. Wow. Yeah, that's too strong to pass up. And we're going to save our gold here for the upcoming shop. Wow, we get lucky. Tiny chest comes in handy. We do get another curse. Awesome, so Matryoshka. So we're going to net 2 more relics this run thanks to this. And let's see, we can take a battle, hope to get more gold and a better card. Let's see if we get something cool from here. Another chest would have been sweet. So we get a battle anyway, no big deal. We would have had that regardless. We'll just defend. Should have played Zap first, but I think this is pretty much this battle is a foregone conclusion. I don't know how well one enemy can stand up to what we're able to do. Man, it upgraded electrodynamics, so that's beautiful. Just need to get something that we can play for 1. So we can loop here and then beam cell for 11 damage. So that's pretty sweet. He's gonna hex us. No big deal. We're doing a ton of damage. And let's just take him out. Easy fight. Hope we get something good. I like these sweeping beams we've been getting. I really would love it. This is the first claw we see, unfortunately. I would love it if these were all upgraded. But I think we take a double energy card. It's our first one. It's almost obvious at this point the game is kind of pushing them on us. So let's see. Data disc, that's a nice one. And orichalcum, oh my god, thank goodness we saved. These are all amazing. So we want orichalcum. If we don't block, we're going to get 6 free block. That works very well with Tori. And having 1 focus is amazing with our electrodynamics. Just all of that's going to do more damage. Would have liked to get toolbox there, but we're just a little bit short. Unfortunately, that big purchase, 175 gold on that 1 card. And then we have a chance to get defragment here for even more focus. It's just more power-based energy. We don't have any of the other power cards. But focus is good just because we have the electrodynamics. We have another shop coming up, so I think we honestly just hold the gold. I don't think we need defragment. Let's get into this elite, see who we get. Okay, these guys shouldn't be a problem. We have plenty of AoE. Just going to really come down to our opening draw here. And we really want to draw something else. Let's draw more cards. Okay. Well, we know we want to play charge battery. That's kind of a given. We're going to get a lot of these curses out of the way right now, but it's still sucks. And I think we take machine learning here. We're going to be happy to have that card draw. And we're going to make sure that we have a lot of energy next turn. We're going to take some damage off of regret, but that's, 3 of our curses are now in the bin. We're not taking any damage. We got multiple powers online. And this should just be a great turn for us. There we go. And we'll deal 52 damage to the Gremlin Leader. And we'll only take 1 off of regret, so not bad. We have a decent amount of block. He is hitting us quite hard, but our HP is so high now, it's a bit different. And Tori did save us some. Happy Flower triggered. So we can go ahead and double our energy here. Pretty sweet. And hello world. We can seek out electrodynamics and loop. And I think we want to just go ahead and strike. Sweeping Beam, see what we draw. Another strike. And that's all she wrote. Whenever you rest, heal an additional. Okay, it's not exactly what we're looking for. I like Cold Snap here. I also like another Rip and Tear. This card is just doing a ton of damage for us. But Cold Snap is already upgraded, and it's also giving us a Frost. I think I'm going to, if this was not upgraded, I would 100% take Rip and Tear, but we're going to take an upgraded Cold Snap. I think that's a fun addition to our deck. And we certainly want to draw more cards here. And let's see. So we'll just play this hologram. Make sure we're increasing our stacks. No one's attacking us. And if that's the case, who's got the highest HP? This gentleman in the back. So he's going to get it. Pretty unfortunate draw there. But we did make sure we killed one. We're gonna take some damage off of Regret. They're gonna buff themselves. Looking to give themselves more strength. Just double our energy. And now we have a pretty big attack. We're gonna block everything. Love having that extra focus. And this is game. We don't need to play around. Just get them down. Okay. Stack's not for us. Another beam cell could be fine. Look at the top 6 cards of your draw pile. You may discard any of them. We're going to take that. That's going to allow us to get through a large amount of our trash and curses. I kind of want to go to this mystery room, hoping to get another chest. We don't need to rest, so we would be upgrading something. Do we have... Man, upgrading our second electrodynamics could be good, as well as our Hello World. Making that innate could be worth it. Because we are getting some bad hands. Yeah, let's come here, let's Smith, get the guaranteed upgrade on Hello World. And let's go ahead and open this chest, get ourselves another Parasite. But because of Matryoshka, we are getting a pair, so we got 10 more HP. So we have huge HP. And this is pretty useless. We're already on the second floor. See, and these are the kind of hands we don't want. Taking a ton of damage. Thankfully, we do have Orichalcum to give us 6 block. And here's our free card. We can double our energy. We can zap. See what we draw off of Sweeping Beam? That's perfect. Perfect. And I mean, if we had used the steroid potion, we probably would have killed him. But I could not foresee the draw card, draw 3 that we ended up getting. So unfortunately, we're going to take some decent damage here. Orichalcum's going to block 1 of those attacks, but then we're going to take another 12. So that's a bit rough. So we'd like to kill him here. And of course, we get all of our more powerful defensive cards after it is a bit too late. And I think he's dead. I'm gonna throw that away. Want to get that in like our opening hand. Just take away all the potential curses that might be headed our way. Yeah, there we go. Just kill him. So let's get Molten Egg down first before we choose a card. So if we get an attack here, wow. We wanted a Storm, but we also said early on we would love more Streamlines. And also Sweeping Beam allows us to draw cards, as you saw there. That was quite valuable when we have all of this energy. But having an upgraded Storm makes a lot of our other powers more offensive. Would have liked another Streamline there also, but this is our turn now. You know, we play an upgraded Storm, upgraded Hello World, and that's just so much value. Let's see what we draw, and that's why. Get back Beam Cell, hit him like that. Boom. What a turn. And another power for our deck, and it's already upgraded. Recycle, unfortunately, doesn't work as well with the curses, because the curses don't have a card cost. If this worked in such a way that the card, let's say the curses each had one energy cost, then it would just be a free get rid of your curse. But we're going to take Static Discharge here, and let's move our way to this shop with a decent amount of gold. 300 gold is enough to get you just about any relic there is. So this is quite the opener. Orichalcum's going to be helping us out. We love to get something like Anchor so that we're not as vulnerable on our first turn. I don't think Anchor and Orichalcum are a non-bow, though they very well could be. Let's reprogram first. Just get rid of Parasite. That's fine. I think we can do something like that. And there we go. The power is beginning to flow through us. Okay, Innate Chill. Man, I like this card a lot. But we do want Heat Sinks. Heat Sinks is the perfect card for us right now. It's card draw. It was already upgraded. And here we go. So now we get the option of Frozen Egg, Toxic Egg, and another Heat Sinks. Wow, I think we need to take this. And if this was the one the version of this card that gave us 3 powers, I think we would look to take that one. And Upgraded Barrage is excellent when you have 2 Electrodynamics in your deck. But we're going to take an on sale Heat Sinks here. And we could have bought this first and it would have been upgraded. That's worth thinking about. At this point though, I think we're going to hoard our gold some more. Enlightenment is also fine. But we have so much energy we're not really worried about the card costs. I wish there were maybe some better potions here we could buy. Chrysalis is very tempting, but I think we're just going to pass on these. If you get this early, this certainly pays for itself. Yeah, had I thought about the whole like buy this, then buy this, it'll be upgraded thing, I might have bought this, but we're getting a lot of upgraded cards already. So we added an extra power. That was nice. So double Heat Sinks now in our deck. And I don't care about this guy's debuff, Spore Cloud giving us 2 vulnerable. We only took 1 damage there. That's nice. Thanks to Tori. Let's get rid of Pain. That's a card we never want to see. There we go. We don't want to play this defend because we will get block off of Orichalcum. So one of his attacks will only do 1, the other one will do 9, unfortunately. But every time he hits us, he's channeling more lightning for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and double that energy and see what we can get. And I think we can just take double electrodynamics here. Because we're not attacking him, we're not triggering his plate armor, which is great. An upgraded sweeping beam is more card draw for us. This is terrible. That would just draw us a ton of curses. And Sunder's fine. I mean, we have the energy to use it, and with all of our strength, it's just a huge damage. But I do like an upgrade. I think I'm going to take an upgraded sweeping beam. I think Sunder's a better card, but this is going to make our deck more consistent. And here we can certainly rest. And I think we will rest. I think we lose here basically by our own hubris. This is not a particularly scary boss. And what would we even be smithing? It's worth considering what we will smith. So we could smith our electrodynamics, or one of our heat sinks. That's probably what I would be considering. I think we're going to rest. Regal Pillow is going to put us pretty near full HP, and I think at this point we just can't lose. Famous last words. But Slow is going to cancel out his negate, which is wonderful. And we're also going to get down multiple powers on the first turn, which is great. So not a super explosive turn, but definitely a great setup turn. Now we'd love to see something like electrodynamics or anything that lets us draw. And there we go. So we want to use Loop. Static Discharge is also great. Let's seek our upgraded electrodynamics, as well as double energy, so that's great. So let's double our energy here. And his minions don't stand a chance. They're just going to get crushed by all of our ridiculous AoE. And I think at this point it's probably pretty obvious why I go for this kind of power synergy often. It is super strong. You know what, let's draw. Let's see if we can't get ourselves some... See, and this is also great. So let's get rid of Regret. We can Beam Cell here, get rid of one of his negates. I don't think we need to block. Let's just hit him hard. 26 is great. Yeah, not blocking actually was beneficial because we do have Orichalcum. So that's something we gotta remember. It's just been so long since I've had Orichalcum, Tori, cards like that, relics like that. We're just seeing what we draw. Good, so we're going to get all those defends out of the way, and we'll deal a nice solid 30 damage there. Take him down 8 more with our lightning. And I like to think we could kill him this turn. He is going to hit us quite hard if we don't. But yeah, we did get some pretty solid attack cards here. Let's hologram, see what we can get back. There we go. So very easy. Probably could have upgraded there. Discard that, take Essence of Steel. And here it's giving us even more power. Machine learning is awesome, but creative AI is like exactly what we want. More powers for the power gods. 2 less cars to choose from. Oh my god. But even more energy. Can no longer see intents. Transform all strike and defend cards. I've had this be very good for me before. At this point we don't really need our strikes or defends. We don't need more energy either. Not for this ability either anyway. We're still enjoying our card selection because it's allowing us to water down the curses and increase our synergies. Not being able to see intents, once you get to a certain like power level, your enemy's intents don't really matter because you have so much energy that you can afford to play every block, every attack that you draw. So I think I'm going to take this and look for even more card draw just to make sure that we have the ability to just use all of our energy every turn and make sure that we have tons of blocks set up and tons of powers going down. So I think I'm going to take Runic Dome. And that's definitely going to change the dynamics of the upcoming floor. But we're quite strong and I think we're doing fine. So let's check for elites. We have 2 down this path, but only 1 shop. Okay. And go this way, hit this elite. And go this way for another elite. So there's a late shop here, but that prevents us from hitting 2 elites. But if we go down this path, we're going to get an early shop and 2 elites. I think we take this path. Just stick to the right. Would love to have a bigger opening hand. Again, can't see intents. We just have to assume every turn we're being attacked. Let's draw double electrodynamics. Sure we have some block up for this guy. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking he was the explosive one. He's the one that has the Thorns aura, so that wasn't necessarily a big deal. Tempest, wow, that's a card we've been missing. Would love to take a leap here, but Tempest is like the card with all of our energy. You know, we play something like a double energy into a Tempest, and we'll just generate a ridiculous amount of lightning. Especially if we already have a electrodynamics up. So let's see if that's a card we can ever get going. And remember we have 3 energy here. So we certainly want to get our upgraded electrodynamics. And we can grab 1 more power. Could grab loop. Okay. It's a lot of damage, so we will be taking them down on the same turn for sure. Took 1 damage thanks to Tori. And 9 damage there. Okay. Let's double that energy. And there we go. Not too bad, not too scary yet. Another Hello World, we'll take that. Push out some of those curses. And here we go, tiny chest coming through again. But we are going to use up our Matryoshka and we will get another curse. So Clumsy's not bad. The boot is also fine. Whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. So I think this also applies to our lightning orbs, I'm not sure. And this is going to upgrade 2 random attacks. So a sweeping beam and a strike, not the best hits, but that might be nearly all we have to hit. So Spire Growth, and this is an enemy I'm not super familiar with, so this could be dangerous, not being able to see its intent. But double Hello World to start off with is excellent. And once again we have 3 energy. So I kind of almost like going and grabbing like a charge battery here to help us set up for next turn. But we don't really need... Yeah, Orichalcum's going to give us that block. Let's get Static Discharge here. There's a lot of damage turn 1 and a lot of setup getting done. But I don't know if this guy just hits you hard on the first turn or something like that. This could be brutal. So we take 10. Okay. It's fine. Let's get ourselves some block. Just get a little more block before we hit them like this. So as much damage as we're doing with our powers, we need to remember we have 8 strength. What does this do? I think this just hurts us. And we certainly have the kill here. So another power here or a reinforced body. We essentially just want this card so that we can channel more lightning with our innate storm, static storm, but this, we're missing out on defensive cards. But unfortunately we cannot see intents any longer. And there probably could have been a pretty sweet claw deck being built. Let's take Reinforced Body. I think that's the type of effect we're missing. We have 450 gold here going into this shop. Gambling Chip. This is what we wanted to see here. Wow, this is perfect. And Mango. Yeah, we need Gambling Chip, period. That was a relic that I mentioned early on in this run. And that's exactly what we wanted to see. Now this is the last shop we're going to get to, so we need to spend our gold here. Would have loved to have been able to get another relic. I mean, we did have 150. There was pretty high odds that we could do that. But I think here we are going to grab Dramatic Entrance. With all of our strength, that's going to do a lot of damage in our opening turn. And then we can grab another loop here. Yeah, let's just get another loop. So a lot of good pickups for us. Gambling Chip was perfect. And we can upgrade something. Perhaps Creative AI, one of the better cards in our deck. We haven't really seen it yet. But if we can get this early on in a fight. Who's the final boss? Okay. Get rid of that. And we drew an injury. Okay. Would love to see anything that got us more card draw, but that's kind of what these Hello Worlds are for. They're going to make sure we have a lot more options in the future. And you'll see right there while we took that, they did 14 damage to all 3 of them. With a slightly better hand, it would have done even more. Tori's going to keep us only taking 1 damage. Excellent. And you'll see that's why I was excited to get that card early on. And we certainly want Electrodynamics down. That's going to do a ton. We play that before we play Heat Sinks. So now Heat Sinks will also hit everyone, and there we go. Still no repairs on this run. but chill is excellent. And we're going to take it. It's a strong defensive card, which is kind of what we're missing. When we can't see intense, we need to assume that we're being attacked every turn. And we're going to get rid of Writhe every turn. And of course, we draw injury again. That's a bit unbelievable. So there are 3 enemies in combat, which is excellent for us. So we are going to... let's play this first. I'm pretty sure these guys are attacking us. Get our slow counters nice and high. And kill them. Good setup. She doesn't do any damage. She's going to summon another one of these minions. But I think we have the power to keep them dead. We can get Seek here for another electrodynamics. We could also double our energy here, which I don't think we need. We do not. Let's go for something like, do we have an upgraded loop? Yes, we do. So there we go, electrodynamics into electrodynamics. To zap, into loop. And if she's attacking us for a lot, we should be okay. It would have to be a whole lot. Okay, so I think that was 18. She did weaken us. And this is not a particularly strong hand for us. But I think we want to do something like this. And kill her. I have seen the line. Okay, symbiotic virus. That's a pretty sweet relic. It might not be the best as I'm thinking it through in our deck because we have innate storm. So it's a thing that's going to be channeled very quickly. I'll get rid of the dexterity in exchange for 1 turn of block. Meteor strike, we'll take that. Just going to be 1 relic here. We did burn out our Matryoshka. So another injury, even more HP, even more strength. Bag of marbles. So vulnerability plus more strength. The gold is useless to us now. It's worth keeping in mind. And we can smith something. I do like smithing Tempest because it does give it an additional trigger of the lightning. And I think we'll do that. Let's just smith our second electrodynamics. Oh, spaghetti monster. This is writhing mass. So this is a new enemy for me. I would love to see its intense because I have no idea what it does. So let's see. Reactive. Upon receiving attack damage, it changes its intent. And it also has malleable. Upon receiving attack damage, it gains 3 block. Block gain increases as malleable is triggered. Resets to 3 at the start of your turn. Okay. So I think I have some idea of what he does. I think our orb damage will bypass. But if he intends to attack us, so this kind of looks like he's hitting us this turn. So we're going to hit him. That's some big damage. Calcum's going to proc, the orb's going to proc, so we have some block. Okay, so he hits multiple times. That's worth knowing. Double streamline here. We also have electrodynamics and meteor strike. Hmm. These streamlines are quite powerful. Something like this. That's a lot of damage. And if this was upgraded, we would just play it and get an additional... Let's get some block here. I feel like he's gonna do another big hit. There we go. So we saved ourselves some damage, I think. I don't know if Tori would have quite covered us. But this should just be the end here. Cool. An upgraded cool-headed could be fine. We do want card draw. But I think I'm going to skip. We are in danger of watering down our deck. We're a 46 card deck right now. And in all honesty, we'll almost certainly just end up drawing another curse. Let's get something good here. Hologram, okay. Storm, Hello World, Hello World. Such a good opener for us. And a deck that relies, that needs... that just needs as much card draw as we do. We'll pass and let Orichalcum do its work. We'll also let our Dark Orb gain strength before we pop it. It's an interesting turn for us. Now we're going to be able to throw up quite a lot of block. 40 damage on that cold snap. That's just huge. And we need to get him down. You have a certain, as he's counting down there, you see he said 3. We want to get him down before he gets to 0, because then he starts chunking us for just tons of damage. It's a good way to get us some block. Sweeping strike, we want to see what we draw here. Defend is fine. Defend. Pain is just taking away so much of our life. And this is what I mean about the deck being watered down. We're not seeing any of our powers. And we're going to get rid of a curse there. Creative AI, something we really want to play. This just gives us 3 lightning. The effect is not relevant. But we're going to play that. Get ourselves a good bit of block. And hit him hard. There we go. He does like a little puny attack. No big deal. Happy Flower has been kind of just silently in the background, just giving us tons of energy this game. More focus. We're up to 5. We're getting him low, but we don't have him yet. Let's throw up a lot of block. Oh, that's a big hit. 12. Ugh. I think this is the combo right here. And we just channel a ton of lightning. This is essentially a free lightning, so we will play that. Rip and Tear is just strictly better. So we're going to play the cards here that are essentially the same as playing, getting 1 extra energy into Tempest. So Loop, for instance. And Electrodynamics is certainly better. And now we just have the kill. Very easy. So this is a new relic for me as well. Your rightmost orb triggers its passive an additional time. So very good. This is certainly a combo with Symbiotic Virus. We don't need that potion at all. I love Buffer here. And White Noise is also fine. But let's take a Buffer. It's kind of a big defense we've been missing in this deck. And I don't think we need to rest. We only have 1 fight, and then we'll rest here and be fine. So let's smith something. Oh yeah, that's, I mean, this is just strictly twice as good. So we're gonna take that, and maybe this will come up big for us in the next fight. Okay, this is not too tricky. Storm, hello, hello. We can channel for ourselves some Frost. Channel even more. And do some big damage. And we won't take any. Excellent opening hand for dealing with multiple enemies. And I did it that way. I think he's just dead. So another Heat Sinks or another Beam Cell. Just have to remember that this card essentially says this ability plus 1 lightning. This is an upgraded Beam Cell. It's very strong. We have 9 strength. It's a pretty huge attack for free. I don't think you can go wrong with either, but we're going to take Beam Cell, and we will rest here. Get our HP nice and high thanks to Regal Pillow. And this should be a good battle for us. Need to remember to use our potions at opportune times. Get rid of Writhe. So this enemy here, it gains 1 strength whenever we play a power, and we're going to be playing lots of powers. I think when it transforms, it loses this ability. So we want to get everything dead pretty quickly here, and we're going to be playing our plated armor right there. So we're going to give him some strength. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. It's kind of our entire deck. And let's give ourselves some armor here. Some block, rather. Deal big damage. And we kill one of them, which is nice. Orichalcum's going to help us. And we've had this 1 extra focus for most of the game. It's been great. Took 1 damage there thanks to Tori. That's nice. And this is a pretty awful hand. So let's see what we can draw here. Just kill him. Get him out of here. So that way when we do play something like Rip and Tear Streamline, we are hitting the targets that we want. going to drink this, because this is going to be one of those turns where we hit pretty hard. Alright. Yeah, I think that's worth it. For another chance to use another streamline. I was debating it. You can hologram and grab the void. And then it'll be discarded again. We don't lose the effect, and there goes its ethereal. It gets destroyed, so we essentially negated it there. It's a nice, that was kind of a slick little play. I'm pretty pleased with that. These are not the cards we want. They're okay. Our defense is quite high, which is nice because we did give this guy 5 strength. Soul Strike, that's huge. So he hit us a little bit. Wow, buffer. Yeah, I think buffer is worth it as well as creative AI. And now we just do something like beam cell and claw. In this part, this just doesn't matter. So we're going to go into the next phase of this fight. Pretty jacked and tanned with all of our abilities. But he does retain his strength, and he also heals for 10. And I just have to assume that he's going to be hitting us quite hard from now on. And unfortunately, I just think we don't need to play any more powers. I don't think he gets buffed anymore from powers though, so maybe it doesn't matter. But I do want to get down these, at least this one frost to give us more block. Let's do something like this. Make sure we have that for the next turn. I really wish I knew how hard he was hitting us, but I think we're gonna get ourselves some block there. So 17. That was a big hit. Man, not being able to see his intents is quite scary. And I think bias cognition is fine. I think we either kill him in 4 or 5 turns or we lose anyway. Let's reprogram before we do anything else. Get rid of any potential curses that we may have drawn. We can turbo. Play heat sinks first, so that we can draw an extra card off of bias cognition. Get loop going. Let's make him vulnerable so that these sweeping beams do more damage. Double our energy, that's fine. And I think we're going to be hit pretty hard next turn. So we just need to survive this turn. I think we're good. Nope, we killed him. Wow. Whew, that was close. Shame. We get one last curse and it's shame. But we did win. Not a perfect. We didn't, take no damage or anything. But we had some pretty amazing relics and some pretty fun cards. So let's see what our score was. We didn't quite break the 1,000 mark. Unfortunate. But we did win. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Another cool kind of mix between power and strength synergies there. And very unique deck. The modifiers ended up helping us kind of achieve the damage we needed ultimately to last long enough for our power synergies to work. And we had just enough defensive cards there to make the not being able to see intense quite scary. Picking up that relic was definitely a pivotal, what could have been a negative turning point in this run for us. We could have lost purely because of that. But it ultimately just, that extra 1 energy every turn, I think it paid for itself through the course of that final floor. But anyway guys, once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, go ahead and smash the like button for me. That would be great. That's what YouTubers say. I am currently a YouTuber, so I'll go ahead and say that. I feel like I can say it now. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm going to be making a lot more of these videos. And I'll be doing Slay the Spire for the foreseeable future, so if you enjoy these, let me know, and I will certainly be continuing the series for anybody that is interested. Just tell me something in the comments. Alright guys, thank you for watching, have a great day, and I will see you.